At this time, I invite Sheriff McMahon for a reading of the incident summaries.
Good morning, and thank you all for being here today. Would like to recognize the families of Ron Ives and Danny Lobo. Thank you for being here with us today. Would like to thank Assemblyman Marc Steinorth, who represents the 40th District, which represents and includes Rancho Cucamonga. This highway dedication is a long time coming for both of these deputy sheriffs. Assemblyman Steinorth authored Assembly Concurrent Resolution 123, sponsored and carried it through both the Assembly and the Senate, where it was unanimously approved. The resolution names the segment of Interstate 15 located from its junction with Interstate 210 to Sierra Avenue in San Bernardino County to be named as Sheriff's Deputies Ronald Wayne Ives and Daniel Jess Lobo Jr. Memorial Highway. We are here today to pay tribute to two fallen brothers. Both were members of a special breed, passionately devoted to a profession that is more of a calling than a job. On September 1st, 2004, Ron was passing through the intersection of Baseline and Archibald in the city of Rancho Cucamonga when the driver of an SUV ran through a red light and struck Ron's police motorcycle. He was transported to a local trauma center where he succumbed to his injuries approximately 1 hour after the collision. The driver of the opposing vehicle also died from injuries sustained in the collision. Deputy Ives served our department for 8 years. He will be forever remembered for his commitment to our country and his dedication to the citizens of the county of San Bernardino. In 2002, Ron rode his bicycle cross-country from Long Beach to Ground Zero in New York City. He also coordinated the Rancho Cucamonga Station's annual bike rodeo. The bike rodeo has since been dedicated to his memory and is known as the Ron Ives Bicycle Rodeo. It continues today. Ron is survived by his wife Karen and son Blake. Today marks the 11th anniversary of the death of Danny Lobo. On October 11th, 2005, Danny, along with a second motor deputy and a deputy in a patrol car, were traveling east on Arrow Highway in Rancho Cucamonga. Danny was responding to a vehicle collision at Etiwanda Avenue with his lights and siren activated. A driver exited a driveway to proceed west on Arrow Highway. The first motor was able to pass. The patrol car swerved out of the way, but Danny could not avoid the vehicle exiting the driveway. He was thrown from his motor after striking the vehicle. He was then transported to Arrowhead Regional Medical Center in Colton, where he succumbed to his injuries at 4:12 p.m. Deputy Lobo served our department for 11 years. He is remembered by fellow department members as a happy guy, always smiling, a man with a positive outlook on life, a love for family, and devoted to his work. Danny is survived by his wife Jennifer, 3 daughters, Kylie, Katie, and Madison, and his parents, Daniel Lobo Sr. and Gloria. This highway dedication is a tribute to Ron and Danny and every law enforcement officer with us today. They and their families should never doubt our appreciation and admiration for the service and sacrifice given by the members of the law enforcement family. This sign will remind motorists of the sacrifice Dan and Ronnie made years ago. Thank you.
I invite California State Assemblyman Marc Steinorth to say a few words.
Good morning. Thank you for being here today. Thank you to the Lobo and to the Ives family for your patience through this whole process. I know it's taken a long time, and I'm new. This is my first term representing you in the California State Assembly, and to dedicate a freeway, I didn't realize you go through exactly the same process as you do to pass a law. So it took the whole legislative process through the California State Assembly and then also through the California State Senate. And that is a very long and arduous process, but we were successful. And I would like to just give special thanks to Sergeant Phil Duper for bringing this to my attention. I just want to say thank you for making sure that this, even though it took 10 years, it was never forgotten, and we did move forward. And you know, the memory of these deputies absolutely deserves to be memorialized. Every single day, when our deputies and other officers put on their uniforms, they take their lives into their own hands. They put on those uniforms and they go out and they protect and they serve to protect us, and they put their lives at risk. And tragedy strikes, as we all know, and it's the families that are left behind to pick up the pieces and to carry on. I just don't have words for the suffering that all of you have had to go through. But just on my behalf, thank you for giving me the honor to be able to do this. And thank you for letting me have a chance to get to know you a little bit. And during this process, to have our conversations and to be able to get to know your sons, husbands, and fathers. And these were good men. These were really good men. And they cared deeply about their community. They cared deeply about each and every one of you. They loved their family. And that is something that I think this community really, really understands and recognizes. This is just a small token, but it is something significant to say that their memory will not be forgotten. It will not be forgotten by us. And it is my great privilege to say, on behalf of the state of California, I'd like to present to you the Deputy Ron Ives and Danny Lobo Memorial Highway sign. Thank you.
This concludes our ceremony. We ask that the family come forward to be able to write special messages on the back of the sign. As soon as they're done, we'll open it up to other friends who also want to come up and write a special message as well. Thank you.
You want to write your name? You want to write your name? Do not write it. Okay, do not write it down on the card, okay?